patient, remember that the only thing that's sterile about a basin is the top, so don't be grabbing it around the edge like this. Stick your hand inside the basin or be up here on the top of the drapes. Bring it to the foot instead of to the head, because you're gonna have like a cautery machine and all this kind of stuff up here. It's gonna be way too close, but if you put it up here, and you come up here to put these on, now it's behind me, okay? So bring it to the foot of your patient. Tim, if you can go on the other side, you're gonna help me. Okay, make sure though that you watch out so that you're not too close to the unsterile areas. At this time, we assume that our patient has already been prepped. So, first step is to square off the incision site. So what you're gonna do is open a towel, make about a 2-inch fold away from you, and cuff your hands. Then you're gonna approach the field and place the towel that's closest to you first. And you wanna place the towel and pull your hands back. Don't do this thing, okay, where you're bringing your hands out towards the unsterile levels, okay? Resist the urge to straighten out your towels. I don't care if the edges are a mess, all right? Just go, place it, step back. Make sure that you watch how close the front of your gown is to these unsterile areas. We always place the towel in front of us first, then either the top or the bottom towel, and the towel that's furthest away from us last. Now, the principle with draping is that it's better to drape too close than too far away, because if I drape something too far away, I can't pull it towards the incision, because I'll be bringing something that's unsterile up to a sterile level, right? But I can always push away because I'm just moving more things towards the unsterile. So it's better to always drape too close than too far away. Okay, with this one, again, 2-inch fold away from you, swing out, and then just drop it. So you don't really have to cuff your hands, because you're gonna make sure that you drop the towel before you bring your hand down over here by an unsterile level. You need to make sure that any of these unsterile things are covered, the gown, the linen, anything like that, because that would allow potential microbes to come up to the incision site. Okay, so everything needs to be covered. I shouldn't see any towel or gown or linen, you know, on our side, the sterile side. Okay, so everything needs to be covered. Again, fold away from you on that one. On the on the final one, the fold goes towards you. You're just gonna reach across and place that final towel. Okay, so that should create an opening that's similar in size to the opening on the fenestration of your drape. Okay, that's what you're shooting for. If it was too close, you can move them back. Make sure if you move them back though, you're not reaching underneath the towels. I can't see that area, right? So we consider it unsterile. And plus, you don't want to be touching out here, because this is unsterile. The edge of anything is considered unsterile. This is my most sterile area, so if I want to move them back, I just shift them back right around the incision site. Then you're going to look for a picture of a person on your drape, so head towards the head, foot towards the foot. Okay, that's how we want to position it, not this way, because if it has armboard covers, they're going to be at the top half of the drape. You're going to ask your surgeon if they want stickies on or stickies off, which is this here, this paper covering the adhesive portion surrounding the fenestration, which is the opening on the drape. So stickies on means paper on, okay? Stickies off means paper off. Okay. So most of them will take it off. You can find that either on their preference card or by asking them. We're going to leave them on so we can reuse the drapes. So move your basin out of the way so you don't contaminate it. Put it back by your back table. I ask my surgeon, stickies on or stickies off? On, please. Okay. We're going to position the fenestration over the opening we've just created, and I'm going to start to open this to Kim. You can see that there's arrows here that show you how to open it. Biggest thing to remember is not to belly up like this, okay? Because obviously I still have all this unsterile right here, so make sure that you stay back. Okay, then you're just going to unfold all the layers, making sure that you don't allow anything to fall to an unsterile level. Okay, then for your competency assessment, you're going to have to explain to the person that you're draping with how to put this drape on. Okay, so what we're going to do is grab this top layer of the foot section, cuff our hand to the inside. Denise should not be able to see our hand when she's standing down there. Okay, that way if I extend out, I touch something that's unsterile, I'm not going to contaminate myself. So I'm going to extend out over the foot and just allow the drape to drop, not bringing my hand too low, not being up too high, and don't drop your hand. Great, so at the top, again, we're going to grab this upper portion. This one happens to have armboard covers, so we want to open those up. That would be if my patient's arms were positioned out at the side like this instead of at the side like this. So we're going to let this bottom portion fall, grab this top portion, open it up, cuff your hand to the inside again, extend up to the anesthesia provider, bring this hand in and hold on to the fenestration. It helps to prevent the drape from shifting. Wait for anesthesia to hook it to the IV pulls. If we let it drop, then they're going to pull it back up. Then I'm bringing something that's unsterile back up to a sterile level. Okay, So stand there and wait for them to actually hook it to the IV poles. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, hook that other one. Very good. Okay, and once they do that, okay, what about this is just to cover the incision so it doesn't get contaminated, so it's trash, it goes in the trash or handed to a circulating nurse. Can I pull this back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, as long as I hold on here and don't shift the drape any, right? Okay. Now, this looks pretty good, but what would happen if my drape ended up like this? Can I take and shift the whole thing?
No.
No, because then I'm bringing something that's unsterile up to a sterile level. So if it was like this, what would I do?
Redrape.
Cut here, move this portion back, because then I'm only moving this portion away, not bringing something up towards the field. Or you can just cut the whole section out. It's just that there's this adhesive under here, so you can cut here and then stick it down where you want it to be. And we avoid that by exposing the adhesive in the very, very beginning. Questions?